Hi everyone. Before we talk about the demo you just saw, I want to just go back to the first slide, make sure that you guys saw the learning targets. Remember, we're focusing on the plasma membrane, the parts, and then their functions within the plasma membrane. So your learning targets, I can identify the parts of the plasma cell membrane, and I can summarize several ways that the plasma membrane structure relates to its function in cells. So how do those parts help the plasma membrane do its job for the cell? Make sure that you got the digital notebook pages for today's lesson. They are in Canvas. So you've got your copy. You've either already added it to your notebook or you're going to edit and then add it to your notebook. That's the link you'll turn in today. You should have already answered those two questions in Nearpod. If you are unsure or missed those questions, please make sure you went back to 111 in your notebook and you reviewed the cell membrane and its function in cells. Then, before you got to this slide, you saw this demo. It was a video from this spring when COVID-19 first started appearing, and we had already been out of school. You saw a teacher showing her students the importance of washing their hands, and she used water and pepper and asked her students to put their finger inside of the water with the pepper, and she called the pepper the virus, and then they had some virus on their hands. Then she had them put their finger in the soap and so the child's putting her finger in the soap and then put their finger back into the water with the pepper floating on the top there. So then you see what happened to the pepper. And so she related that to making sure you wash your hands because of how soap interacts. So that's not technically how washing your hands works with soap. That really has more to do with the properties of water and then how water is polar and the surface tension, and then how the soap, which is also polar, breaks up that surface tension. However, washing your hands is important, and it's important to remove bacteria and viruses, and it does kill bacteria and viruses, and we're going to see why that works, why washing your hands works, and relate that to the cell membrane and some of the properties of the cell membrane. I did not mean to do that, sorry. So we're going to go on to the next slide after this video. It's asking you to answer a question. Must you use antibacterial soap to kill microbes on your hands, such as bacteria and viruses, and why? This is what you think, so there's not a right or wrong answer. What do you think? Do you have to use antibacterial soap? So to answer this question, you just come down here to the bottom. It says share your thoughts and or images. So if you just click in that box and start typing, so I'm just going to put I think and then post, it will post your answer as a post-it note on our collaborative board here. Go ahead and do that on the next slide, and then when you move on to the slide after that, I'll come back with some more directions for an article we're going to read.